Hi crafters, it's Hand Stamp by Cheryl in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I have the day where I'm trying to do a little crafting, and so I was gonna just take a minute to show you the new Stampin' Positioner. If you don't have this already, you definitely want to check out this video. I'm gonna show you a quick tutorial on how to use it. I'm just gonna show you one way to use it. There are many different ways, and I'm just now, playing with it. So this is a new tool from Stampin' Up! That is available during February 2026 when you join Stampin' Up! And so if you have any interest in joining my team, we are called the In-Stampers, and we are based out of Indianapolis, Indiana, but you don't have to live here to join. And as always, you can choose $125 in products, and that can come from anywhere, from the annual catalog, the mini catalogs, the online exclusives, the last chance products. The only thing you can't get is paper pumpkin. And you can choose any $125 and only pay $99. You also get some free business supplies. You no longer get a free paper pumpkin. So I need to change that sign, but I wanted to let you know that is something that's new. But you still do get free shipping, which is a great deal. And then moving forward, you will have a 20% discount. You get to attend fun events that are hosted by Stampin' Up! As well as by me and my team, and then access to Facebook groups and pre-order new products early and all of those fun benefits. So this was something that, as a demonstrator, I got to pre-order early last month, and then now this month it's available for free. So in addition to all of this, you can get this tool for free. It has a retail value of $49, and at some point it will be made available for sale. We just don't know when yet. So I'm guessing in a couple months. But until then, you can get it free. So I just wanted to show you, these are the instructions that come with it. There's also a couple of videos from Stampin' Up! Where they show you how to use it. But you will get this base, and you can see it's got like a foam mat under here so it won't slide around. It also comes with 2 magnets, and these are different than the ones that we've had before. They will not break. I don't know if you remember before, our magnets would break if they touched each other, so you don't need to worry about that. They can be stored here on the bottom, or you can store them on the top. There is some grid paper that is sold separately, and it looks like this. And what's cool about this grid paper is it has these little notches up here at the top so that you can line them up in those holes, and then the grid paper will not move around on you. In addition, the magnets will fall into place. Up here, you can see some notches, and then these are the feet, I guess, for positioning it. So I am using the Aspen Grove stamp set. This is in the mini catalog. And when you look at this online or in the catalog, you might think that this is one big stamp. That's what I would have thought. But no, it's actually individual tree stamps. And so I had a class where we made a card using that. And I just let people try this tool out. I already had the trees aligned on the plate. And so the only thing they had to practice with was taking out a sheet of white paper. This is cut to 4 and 5 1/4, which is, I have all these pre-cut ahead of time for the inside of my cards. But I don't know if you can see here, there is a little triangle up here, and that is meant for putting the paper in between these 2 pegs and then just fitting with that triangle. Once you get it there, then you can snap the magnets down into place. And that's sort of like, let's see, it came out there. That's sort of like the beginning position, I guess, so to speak. And so that's why my stamps are a little crooked. The other tip I have is to make sure the Stampin' Up! Logo is always at the bottom. Sometimes I get them confused and it's up here, so just keep that in mind. And you can see it fits in the top pegs up at the top. And then once you do that, you might need to move your magnets so that the magnets don't touch the stamp. There you go. Put those on the side. Okay, and then you take this off and you'll ink it. So got some black ink right here. And I'm not going to do the best stamp because, again, that's sort of what this tool is for. If you stamp something and you don't get the full coverage that you want, let's see, there's a little bit right there that's missing some ink. You can then ink it up a second time and come back in and get a better image. I think that might have moved a minute, but I just put it in between that area. And I'm going to come again, and this time I'm going to try and do a little better job, and I'm going to push down a little bit harder, but it's pretty self-intuitive. So oh, I still see a little spot right there. So now I'm just going to press just right there, and I think I've got a good coverage. So that is the easiest way to use the Stampin' Positioner. I will tell you that if you don't like it cockeyed like that, then you can totally do it this way. Another tip that I would just recommend is maybe putting a little hash mark like on the outside areas of where your card is, so that if you want to do it this way, you can line up your stamps differently and then stamp it like this, if that makes more sense to you. So you can do it whichever way you want. There's just a little guide up there if you want to do it that way. So anyhow, this is one quick way to use the tool. I will tell you that there's another plate that comes with it, and this is good for doing staggered stamping. And I'll do a different video on that at some point, but this is the card that we're making. And so I thought I was gonna make a whole bunch because I'm headed on stage in Long Beach next month, in just a couple weeks actually. And so I was gonna make a bunch of these cards as my swaps. And so I thought, what a good time to just jump on and let you know about the new Stampin' Positioner tool that you can get for free this month. Check out the links below, and then I appreciate if you could like, comment, and share. Thanks so much for watching. Happy crafting.